Hi, this is Invader here, and today I'll be showing you how effective a critical build is using a VSS, K50M, and a HK69. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the stats. I am currently level 64, a soldier, and I have 100 crit, 100 agility, 80 endurance, 40 strength, 56 accuracy, and around 75 reloading. Now, it's really good that you get 40 strength instead of 30. That way you could get a cheap SN4 too, and it will save you money on repairing the armor, because it's pretty much the same thing as Exterminator Mesh. So you'll save money on repairing the armor, and you'll save money on buying the armor. Like a GC SN4 too, it's like a mere 400, 300k. A GC Exterminator Mesh, it's around over a mil. So big savings. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about was the endurance. The endurance, when you have around 80, you can absorb enough hits to take around 4 hits from a giant spider. So you're pretty much good with 4 hits, or with 80 endurance. And it gives you enough so that you can long for a pretty long while and have enough energy left. Then it's the agility. The agility is maxed, so you can easily take out giant spiders and wraiths and such. The accuracy, the reason you need 56 is because with 56, the VSS, it's like perfect aim. The guy gets like some sort of 100% aimbot, and it's just rigged. Where you shoot is where, like where you point and click is where the bullet will go. Oh my god, chainsaw. Okay, there's like, it's pretty much guaranteed that it will go there. Now and for the machine gun, it helps a lot. And for the grenade launcher, it helps a lot because it actually goes where you want it, not to like the other side of the field. Now the critical, the reason you need 100 is so that the VSS, you need 88 minimum, and that's for base. All these are for base, so that it will be most effective. If you get 100, the K50M is most effective, and it is a boss. I'll do a little demo with it a little bit after. And so, yes, for the K50M. And so the reloading, if you have 75, and you get GC items, or like 8 reloading items, then it will get it to 99, which is 1 second for slow reloading speed items. And that's pretty much all you need, because with the agility and everything, you're just fine. You'll be able to survive. And for the K50M, it's 0.75 seconds, so that's even better. Now, I want to talk about the VSS first. So the VSS, it shoots fast. Oh shit, that's actually pretty good. It's capable of taking out zombies, like they're raided and charred in 1 hit, if it's a critical. So you're gonna want around 88 critical base and you'll need 888 criticals to make it as effective as possible. This is also a very neat looting weapon. The reason is it doesn't create aggro, it just makes all the zombies on screen a little irritated. So they come at you, just go pick, pick, pick. And I think it's because of that siren that happened, but so other than this one time because of that siren, crap. Okay, so you just pick them off. It's got very nice accuracy. You could get off-screen kills, which I have done before, even in PvP. So it's very nice in PvP, and you just keep picking them off. And see, you just clear the block pretty much, just like in 2D. And the VSS, it's really nice to use in an OA or an outpost attack. The reason I say this is because it's really cheap to maintain, and you won't get like a hell load or something, but you'll get a bonus. You get a pretty nice bonus. I recently did an OA with it, and I got 125k bonus EXP, and I got 200k base. So that is awesome. 325k is just awesome. I think just a boss. That's why you're coming one at a time. That means boss. So keep my eyes peeled. Anything but giant spider. That's all I care. Okay, next thing I want to talk about was the HK69. It's good for taking out crowds. It's great for taking out crowds. But the bad thing is it's got one bullet per clip. So always keep that in mind when you're using it, as this can be a disadvantage. But I only bought this as a stat booster, only around 50k I think, and it is designed to be a stat booster, nothing else. Man, I hope that boss isn't just derping on me. Okay, so the HK69 is really good for grinding, like for an elbows attack. It costs more than the VSS does, but it's really nice. You get, like, before there was the reloading change thing, you would get a lot of EXP, something like, I don't know, something around, I think, around 800k from just bonus. So it was just amazing. I loved it. But then they did a reloading thing and it just fucked shit up. So now you should get around 200k bonus and around 400k base. Okay, so the K50M is the third weapon I want to talk about. The K50M is really nice because it'll need like 100 crit to work very nice, and using 56 accuracy. And whenever I say like a number with stats, always imagine that there's a bonus of 24 extra into it. That would just explain things a lot. Okay, so it's for the accuracy. If you get around 56, which is like 80, it makes most bullets hit at medium to long range. So that's really nice to have. And the really nice thing about it is that you can easily pick off targets from long range. Like, let's say there's a whole mob of gray zombies. This gun's the one for the job. The reason for it is because it can do a one-hit kill using the K50M, and it just is really useful. With like a yellow zombie or charred, you could get a 2 to 3 hit kill, which is just amazing for a machine gun. And that's pretty much what like a GAU does, so, or GAU, I don't know how you pronounce it. So it's really nice. They're all really nice weapons, and I'm going to try to get to end zone, and I will be there within a few moments, just like 3 blocks away. So once I get there, I'm going to start grinding a little bit. I'm just going to show you step by step how effective each one is. So, just gonna sprint till there. And if I find a boss, even better. Shows how well it can perform in action. Yeah, got some ammo. Oh yeah, and the ammo. Okay, for the K50M, the ammo isn't like super common. It's pretty common, but it's not super common. For the VSS, you don't even have to buy ammo. You could go in with bare fist, and you could just find your ammo. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I just brought a whole bunch of ammo because I wanted to go boss something. Okay, for the ammo for the HK69 or your grenade launcher, it's the HK69, you do find quite a bit of ammo compared to what it uses. You will find quite a bit pretty fast, since you will only use it. Yes, food. Since you only use it for like grinding and such, or an aggro spike just to keep the aggro low and just get onto the next loot subject or anything. It will chug out like maybe 10, 12 grenades and it'll go back. Yeah, so boss. I wonder if I'm there. Nope, won't block down. So, but for the K50M, I recommend that You don't expect it that it will just go whoop the crap out of a giant spider. You will have to do some pretty tricky dodging. Just going the regular side to side, or I mean, Ivan was holding a flaming giant spider at bay using the K50M. It just screwed me up when it went on top of mini zombies, and it just started crowd surfing, and when it's like up on top of the crowds, it gets no pushback and it just comes right on top of you and just derps you. So you get pretty fucked right then. So yeah, the K50M, I have I'm in the process of getting a Chris Victor, and I hear that the Chris Victor, all it is a K50M with more pushback, and anything with more pushback is awesome. So I'm just okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I'm just pretty much dying to get one. I'm just gonna wait for that sound to blow. Zuni, that's a weird name. Okay, so this is the VSS. You can easily pick off targets, even from like, wait, see, it's dead. I even got it from off the screen. Where's that blows? What the fuck? And as you can see, even after the siren blew its horn, I just managed to keep the aggro down. No sprinting zombies. Everything's good. And you can just get, what the, okay, there we go. Thank God, that was some sort of glitch. No! That was a giant spider, sorry about that. So, see, you get this big mob. Let's go. Always get the weak ones first. The reason is, if you try to kill the leapers and stuff first, they always take more crits to kill, and that just makes them all ticked off and angry and that useless junk. Let's go the weakest ones first, and always try to kill the brutes first when you're really far away from them. And I just cleared that area. Search it. Mix nuts, yes. Go. Okay, so that's pretty much how you would loot with it, with the VSS. Where if you're good enough like me, you can just stand here without killing the zombies, but you can't really get noticed. Even if you do get noticed and you're skilled enough, you could probably loot it still. Now I'm gonna try the K50M. We're just gonna loot that. And for bloats, if there's one after you, always let it barf and then run. Okay, so for the K50M, this is pretty much medium range, and look at that. 5 bullets, and I just killed it. This is at 80 accuracy. And you just see that thing shaking? It's like a potato bug. Except really fucked up. And you can actually loot with one of these, but I think the critical rates would have to be increased to like 33%, otherwise it would make too much noise. This is like a looting video. Man, I really need a boss. So you just find grenades in pretty much bulks. And I'm a gold member, so I find a lot of stuff. Just get out of here. So you always kill the small ones, because if you don't, then, well, they all get ticked off and they start running at you and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna see if I can get in the middle-ish areas of end zone. Chug a few nades, kill a few zombies, do some shit. Level up. Yeah, that'd be awesome if I leveled up. Get to use an RG6. Ooh. Can't wait for that. Just gonna go 1 or 2 blocks down. Maybe 2. I think I'll just go 1. Because I know it's a really neat grinding spot. Okay, so even if I don't find a boss, I'll just use this as a grinding method. So as I go down, you can see Lots of zombies, lots of shit. Let the siren scream. Fuck! Intruder! I'm gonna use the HK69 since there's a big mob and it's worth it. Always keep the grenade on your character. The reason I say this is because the zombies follow your character, so they go right into the grenade. And since there's a delay, that is just perfect. And as you can see, it's got awesome pushback. It has that pretty explosion-y color, all that smoke bomb and all that good stuff. Now, I just use the VSS to pick off these tougher ones. Stronger ones. But I doubt the aggro will go down. Use a nade launcher. Boss would be nice right about now. This feels right. Well, that's a neat spot. Just stand there. Pew! Well, yeah, got it. I think there's 2 entrances. Yep, there's 2 entrances. Just gotta dirk out of there. They all got in there. And now right now I'm just sort of irritated to look. You can easily just stand and just push back. And like you could just get one of these K50Ms for a mere 200k. So for what it does, it is amazing. And I mean amazing. Did you see that? I just blow their heads off. My favorite thing to do. Sorry for all this looting. I just want to see if I can get my hands on something pretty. Then I'll grind every here and then. Just crap off, okay. My nose is itchy, sorry about this. That's right. And always try to reload your gun when you're just not using it. This helps a lot when you're in difficult moments, like when, let's say, if you're fighting a wraith. I've noticed this, or like a giant threat. I've noticed that some people having an M60, they sprint straight the entire time, and then when they get behind a car, they just like stand there and like gain like 3%, and then they start doing the same thing all over again until either the giant spider dies or they run out of energy, which I just find is an absolutely ridiculous strategy. But everyone's different, right? No one's perfect. You don't have to admit that. So, always reload your gun whenever you're not using it. I know everyone's like, be careful, a giant spider might leap on you at that very moment. Well, yeah, it might. But the chances are is that it won't. So yeah, I don't know why it took so long to read the, oh crap. Okay, I'm just gonna use the K50M for this one part, and you can just see that the spider could barely move. So a lot of people are saying, why not get assault rifles? They seem so much better. They aren't as much stat hungry. And well, I just like to answer this question right now because an assault rifle can't do that. They cannot, like, they have horrible accuracy. I mean, you gotta get around 80 just to be okay at point blank. So horrible accuracy. Okay, so horrible accuracy, sorry about repeating that. They have horrible accuracy. The ammo is very expensive, around 7k a box. That's ridiculous. Holy crap, I just went right through the fence. Ugh. And as you can see, like, almost all my bullets are going into it. And if it doesn't go into the spider, it goes into something else. I don't know what, but it just goes into something else. And the ammo for the K50M, it's around 3k for 800 bullets, I think. Yeah, that's about it. So it's pretty cheap, it's pretty decent. And so on the assault rifle thing, just don't go for assault rifles. You'll regret it instantly. And the reason I say this is because terrible accuracy is not good. The fact that you need really high accuracy just to get okay point blank shots just sucks. The fact that they need strength sucks. And the fact that they have barely any pushback, so you're not gonna expect this like big oomph all of a sudden. And why is it taking so long? What the hell? That. So you just don't expect this huge oomph all of a sudden when you're almost dead and you're like trying to kill a giant spider. I'm just saying. Yeah. So I think it's happened a couple times. Had an aggro spike and I just cleared my way right through it. People will say, why not use melee compared to the VSS? And the reason I say that is because, first of all, the VSS you find too much ammo for. I actually have to empty out my inventory of 9mm rifle just so I could loot some more, which I think is just ridiculous. Second of all, it's just so much better. It will save your butt so many times. It's because just think about it, when you're killing a wraith, because a lot of people, I've seen them do this, I've seen builds like this. Oh crap, oh yes, it's not one, oh crap. Yeah. I've seen a lot of builds like this where they don't have, they have a like a melee, a rifle or pistol, and then a heavy machine gun. Well, that really sucks once it's the alpha bolt, and even with the alpha bolt, I just hate the alpha bolt now. Since without insta reload, there's that like 0.75 second delay every time you reload after you've reloaded. So that just really annoys me. No, what do you mean? Why can't I loot anything? What? I don't know why I can't loot anything. Half the stuff I can, the other half they just don't work. It's like putting that square block into the circle hole. There we go. That is one screwed up glitch. Eek. I'm just gonna take out that spider using one click. Probably more. Oh no, I got my first hit on me. Yeah, the aggro just doesn't even stop. Actually, it does stop a lot. Even after nades. And shit like that. What the hell is Cam? This guy, what's Cam? Get that guy. I think an internet cable is unplugged or something because I am not finding anything. And my arm's really itchy. What the fuck? Oh, well, that's pretty much it for my demo. So thanks for watching. Zombie.